Good morning, students. I'm back with the next topic of your lesson 2, and the new topic is molecular formula. So, children, what is molecular formula? The molecular formula represents the composition of a molecule of an element or a compound. The molecular formula of a substance is also known as its chemical formula. So first we'll discuss about the formula of elements or formulae of elements. As I have explained before, the molecules of an element consist of atoms of that element only. The molecular formula of an element shows the number of atoms present in one molecule of that element. It is represented by writing the symbol of the element followed by a number as subscript. The number in the subscript tells us how many atoms are present in one molecule of that element. For example, the molecular formula of the element nitrogen. It is N. This is nitrogen symbol and this is the molecule N2. Here the symbol N shows that it contains atoms of nitrogen only, and the subscript 2 shows that there are 2 atoms in each molecule of nitrogen. Now see this table. This is table 2.10 of your book. You have helium. The symbol is He and the number of atoms in one molecule is 1. The molecular formula will be He, no subscript. Then hydrogen. The symbol is H and the number of atoms in one molecule is 2. So the molecular formula will be H2. The 2 number shows that there are 2 atoms in one molecule of hydrogen. Similarly, oxygen also has 2 atoms in one molecule. Nitrogen, the symbol is N and there are 2 atoms in one molecule of nitrogen. Then chlorine. Chlorine, the symbol is Cl. There are 2 atoms in this molecule of chlorine. And then you have phosphorus. Here you can see the number 4. There are 4 atoms in one molecule of phosphorus. Then S. S is sulfur and it has 8 atoms in one molecule of sulfur. Now children, you must be careful while using the capital letters in molecular formulae. Children, we write formula as singular and formulae as plural. Okay, now getting back to the topic, one example I am taking here is CO, that is capital C and capital O, and CO. Here C is capital and O is small. Both capital, if both the letters are capital, then it is known as carbon monoxide. And if it is C capital and O small, this represents the symbol of the element cobalt. So children, be very careful while writing capital and small letters of different formulae. When I am talking about CO, that is both the letters are capital, then it is carbon monoxide. It's a compound. And when it is C capital and O small, it is the symbol of an element called cobalt. So it makes a lot of difference that you are talking about a compound or an element. Now our next topic is chemical compound formulae or the formulae of compounds. The formula of a compound shows the number of atoms of different elements present in one molecule of that compound. The molecular formula of water is H2O. So, a water molecule has two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen. Now see this table. This is also of your textbook. Water is already explained. The next one given here is magnesium oxide. The constituents of magnesium oxide are magnesium and oxygen, and the formula is MgO. Now when it is M capital and G small, this is the symbol of magnesium, and O capital shows this is the symbol of oxygen. So you have one atom of magnesium and one atom of oxygen. Next is iron oxide. Here again you have one atom of iron, that is Fe, and one atom of oxygen. Next is calcium oxide. Here also one atom of calcium, C capital A small. This is calcium. And oxygen. It has only one atom of oxygen. Then lead oxide. Pb is the symbol for lead. So there again you have one atom of lead and one atom of oxygen. Lead is Pb, remember children. Then carbon dioxide. It has one atom of carbon and two atoms of oxygen. Iron sulfide. Iron is Fe, sulfur is S. Both have one atom each in one molecule of iron sulfide. Then zinc sulfide. The symbol of zinc is Z capital N small. So there is one atom of zinc and one atom of sulfur. Then copper sulfide. Now the symbol of copper is Cu, where C is capital, U is small. There is one atom of copper and one atom of sulfur, and this is known as copper sulfide. Then your common salt. Common salt is sodium chloride. So sodium, the symbol is Na, N capital, A small. Chloride symbol is C capital, L small. So the formula will be NaCl, one atom each in one molecule of sodium chloride. Next is zinc chloride. Zinc is Z capital N small, one atom. And chlorine, there are two atoms of chlorine here. Next is the last one given here is ammonia. Ammonia has one atom of nitrogen and three atoms of hydrogen. Children, there are certain rules that we follow while writing the chemical formula. The subscript actually depend upon the valencies of the given atoms of different elements. Now what is valency? What are atomic structures? Why do atoms of elements combine? All these topics will be explained in detail in class 7. For this, first you need to know what is atomic structure, what are electronic shells, orbits, and the electrons in the orbits. And if there is deficiency of electrons or electrons are less in the orbits or there are more electrons in the outermost orbit, then they need to combine with some other atoms of different elements. But this can be done only in class 7. At present, you are supposed to learn the names of the compounds, their constituents and their molecular formulae which are given in this table. Now, one more thing. The expression 2H and H2 are not the same thing. 2H represents two separate atoms of hydrogen and H2 represents one molecule of hydrogen. That is hydrogen gas having two atoms in one molecule. Next, we will discuss the significance of the molecular formula of a compound. So the molecular formula of a compound indicates the name of the compound, the elements constituting the compound, and the number of atoms of various elements present in one molecule of that compound. For example, we have carbon dioxide. A molecule of carbon dioxide is represented as CO2. That is capital C, capital O, and there are two atoms of oxygen, one atom of carbon. It indicates that a molecule of carbon dioxide is formed by the combination of two elements, carbon and oxygen. In one molecule of carbon dioxide, the number of carbon atoms is 1 and the number of oxygen atoms is 2. So here children, we come to the end of the chapter 2, Elements and Compounds. This was the fourth part of the chapter. Now thank you children. Be safe and stay at home. Stay safe. Thank you.